Hey, where did you put my tie? I was in a rush this morning and couldn't find it.
Your tie? I'm pretty sure I hung it up in the closet, in the same spot as always.
Don't lie to me. I looked for it. I couldn't find it, so it's your fault.
Jacob, are you sure you looked properly before blaming me? It should be right there.
What? You think I didn't even try to look? It's your lousy organization that made me late. It's your job to handle everything in the house perfectly. What's the point of a stay-at-home wife if you can't even do that?
I spend all day doing housework too, you know. Still, sometimes I can't meet every one of your demands, Jacob.
Stop making excuses. Do you even understand how hard my job is? I'm not like you, just sitting around doing nothing all day.
I'm not just sitting around doing nothing at home. I handle the cleaning, laundry, shopping, everything, so that you can be comfortable when you come home.
Comfortable? You ruined my morning and you're talking about comfort? I ended up getting yelled at by my boss because I didn't have a tie. You're the one who should be apologizing.
It's not my fault you got yelled at by your boss. If you had managed your time better.
Are you seriously blaming me? A stay-at-home wife like you has no right to criticize me.
You don't have to talk to me like that. If we could just support each other more.
Yeah. Here we go again. I'm not so pathetic that I need your support.
Even so, we're married, so we both need to make an effort.
Effort? I work every day. What effort are you making sitting at home doing whatever you want?
I'm not doing whatever I want. I take care of everything in the house. If you just show some appreciation, that would be enough for me.
Appreciation? Why should I have to appreciate you? It's only natural for you to take care of the house. What? Do you want praise or something? Being a stay-at-home wife is a job anyone can do.
If that's what you think, why don't you try doing it, Jacob? You'd understand how hard it really is.
I don't have time for that. I've got an important job out there making money.
And I'm working just as hard to support you in that important job.
Enough of this. From now on, make sure you manage all my stuff perfectly. If I mess up, it's your fault. Oh, and have dinner ready before I get home. I want beef tonight, so don't mess it up.
You didn't tell me you wanted beef. You didn't say anything yesterday either.
Do I have to spell it out for you? Knowing my preferences is part of your job as a stay-at-home wife. Hey, I told you what time I'd be home today, didn't I? Why can't you even manage to make dinner?
What?
You're completely useless, you know that? Seriously, how can a stay-at-home wife not even handle basic household tasks?
Jacob, I told you there's food in the fridge. And besides, I'm really not feeling well today.
Making dinner includes serving it and cleaning up afterward, you know? I've never heard of a stay-at-home wife who can't do that. You expect me to clean up everything after coming home exhausted? How inconsiderate can you be? Do you even understand how hard I work every day? Can't you show a little bit of appreciation? Don't you think that's the least you could do?
I really don't feel well today. And I told you this morning. I talked to you and even sent a message on WhatsApp. I thought you'd care about how sick I was feeling, but I guess that was pointless.
Huh? Really? I didn't read it. And anyway, what does a WhatsApp message like that have to do with me? You just got sick, right? It's not like there's anything I can do about it. Not my problem. A stay-at-home wife's job includes managing her own health, right? Stop complaining and just do your job.
So it's not that you didn't hear me. It's that you're choosing not to listen, isn't it? You ignore anything you don't want to hear and pretend you didn't notice. Where's the version of you who promised to make me happy when I was carrying Lucy?
What?
You've been ignoring me since the day after our wedding. No matter what I say, you just brush it off. Even the important stuff. You just send me a one-sided WhatsApp message and call it done. Is this really how a marriage is supposed to work? It's completely wrong.
Of course it's fine. I don't respond because I don't need to listen. What you talk about isn't important enough to waste my time on.
Not important? How can you decide that on your own? We're a married couple, aren't we? Without communication, nothing will ever get resolved.
A stay-at-home wife only ever brings up trivial stuff. It's always about housework or not having enough for the household budget, isn't it? That's your job to deal with. So it's got nothing to do with me. You keep complaining, but haven't things worked out fine so far? What exactly are you unhappy about?
Don't say everything's been fine. I've been struggling and working hard to keep things looking okay on the surface. But in reality, it's been full of problems. I've been putting up with it all this time.
Raising the kids is your responsibility too. Since I'm the one earning money, you're supposed to take care of the house properly. That's what division of roles means. I don't have time to waste on pointless complaints. After all, I'm an elite employee at a major corporation, you know? I'm not sitting around at home enjoying myself like you are. You should try to understand how much responsibility I'm carrying.
You're the one who told me to become a stay-at-home wife, and there are so many things a married couple should be discussing.
Oh, more excuses. Does saying stuff like that make you happy? You're so lame. I'm done. I'll eat outside. And don't think I'll forgive you if this happens again tomorrow.
Wait a second. How are you feeling? I've been worried about you all day. I hope I'm not the reason you're feeling like you need to work extra hard, you know? If that's the case, don't hesitate to tell me, okay? Lucy, thank you so much for worrying about me. You've grown into such a kind child. It makes me so happy. I'm feeling a little better than I did this morning, but it's still hard to move around. I'm really sorry for making you put up with so much. No, not at all. I'm not putting up with anything. You told me not to come into your room so I wouldn't catch your cold, and I promised I wouldn't. I'm totally fine with that. I'm happier knowing you'll get better soon. Please, don't push yourself. Thanks, Lucy. Hearing that makes me feel a little stronger. Hey, by the way, did your dad say anything? Did he talk to you after he got home? Dad? He didn't say anything to me. But I did see him leave with a really angry look on his face, so he didn't say a word to me. I see. It's the same as always, isn't it? Even when you're sick in bed, he doesn't help with anything and just goes out. I really don't like him. Lucy, you shouldn't say that. But I'm really sorry. Your dad always acts like that. Still, he works hard for us so we can have a good life. I still don't like him. He's nothing like my friends' dads. I see. You're right. I'm really sorry. It's okay because I love you, Mom. Oh, a letter came for you today. I'll give it to you tomorrow. All right.
Hey, this is pretty unusual for you. Is it going to rain or something?
Huh? What do you mean?
I mean, it's unusual for you to be so thoughtful. Looks like you actually made dinner tonight. But I'm not really in the mood for fish. Why can't you ever get it right?
You've got to tell me for me to understand.
A busy man like me needs beef, not fish. It's just common sense. Serving something light like fish when I come home tired? That's thoughtless on another level. This is why stay-at-home wives are, well, Jesus, you're worse than a housekeeper. At least a housekeeper listens to what I want. Unlike you, who has no idea how hard I work.
Housekeeper? How can you say that? Jacob, do you even realize how terrible what you just said is? If you're confident you can earn enough to hire a housekeeper, maybe that's an option. But I've had enough. We didn't get married to keep hurting each other like this. So let's sit down and talk properly, calmly, about what we can do to make things better.
Talk? For what? I don't have time to listen to your nonsense. And do you even realize how powerless you are in society?
Yeah, I'm a stay-at-home wife, and I understand it wouldn't be easy for me to find another job. I also know society still lacks understanding towards single mothers, and I've endured it all thinking I should for Lucy's sake. But then, I realized something. Lucy has been the one trying to keep the peace between us. Making my child feel like that and thinking I just had to endure it alone was a mistake. And it's taken me this long to see that.
You're so noisy and annoying. If the kid is complaining, it's because you haven't raised her properly. Shutting her up is your job too. That's what's expected of a stay-at-home wife. You blow every little thing way out of proportion. This is why stay-at-home wives are useless. You can't do anything, but you're always the first to complain.
Do you seriously believe that stay-at-home wives shouldn't say anything? Have you ever heard for even a second about everything I've done for you and our family?
And that's exactly what's annoying about you. I'm tired, so don't talk to me again. All it does is stress me out. If you've got a problem, then let's get a divorce. Not like anyone else would want to support you, and you won't be able to raise Lucy on your own anyway. If you don't like it, just shut up and stick to doing the housework.
Excuse me?
If Lucy ends up not getting a proper education, that's entirely your fault. Got it? It has nothing to do with me, and don't worry. I won't be paying any child support. Child support is just charity anyway. There's no way I'd waste my money on something like that. And honestly, there's not even a shred of pity left in me for you.
Do you really mean that? You're throwing away everything about our relationship and saying this is how you truly feel?
Of course. I've even filled out a divorce paper for you, just to be considerate. Don't forget, I'm in the position to abandon you two anytime I want.
I see. I always thought you were cold toward Lucy, but I didn't expect it to go this far. Fine. I won't speak to you again.
Good. That's how it should be. Now keep cleaning, doing laundry, cooking, and raising Lucy like you're supposed to. Huh? No reply? Come on, at least respond. You're acting so immature. Hey, why isn't dinner ready? And the laundry's still sitting there. What the hell is going on? Are you the kind of person who just doesn't understand what people are saying? And where are you anyway? Wait, Lucy's not here either. Oh, don't tell me you're trying to run away from home. What a ridiculous thing to do. I'll humor you and see how long you can manage, running away with an elementary school kid. Hey, all your stuff is gone. What's going on? You emptied the house without even saying a word. Are you kidding me? Lucy's room is completely empty too. Don't tell me you actually moved out. And without saying anything to me? Cut it out with the bad jokes. I'm exhausted from work today, and this is what I come home to? Are you serious? Hey, answer me. You're planning to stay silent, huh? What the hell are you thinking? Explain it to me.
It's been a while. I just found out you've been through a lot lately. Apparently, I heard that you were in some kind of accident. How unfortunate. Your mom reached out to me, you know.
What?
She thought you and I were still living together. I was shocked. anyone would realize we haven't lived together in 8 years. How on earth did you convince her otherwise? I divorced you 8 years ago and started a new life with Lucy. I never imagined you'd tell such a massive lie to your parents.
Willow, you finally unblocked me. It took you long enough. You're really awful, you know that? 8 years without a word. What kind of person does that? Anyway, yeah, I was in an accident. I'm completely broken both physically and emotionally. On top of that, Mom and Dad live far away, and there's no one else I can turn to for help. That's why I'm reaching out to you now. Don't you think it's time to stop being stubborn and come back to me? Deep down, you know you want to, right?
I honestly don't understand what you're saying. I didn't unblock you to help you. I have no obligation to do that now. What I want to say is, stop lying to your parents. How did you even manage to keep up the lie for 8 years? Normally, people would notice something was off, wouldn't they?
I just told them it was hard for us to meet for various reasons. Besides, I never accepted the divorce. I didn't think you'd actually use that divorce paper I filled out as a joke. You take everything so seriously. And then, no matter how many times I called, you never answered. In the end, you even blocked me. You owe me an apology for that. I was really hurt, you know.
Apologize? Me? To you?
Of course. I was suddenly left alone and divorced for no reason. So come and apologize in person. And while you're at it, make up for 8 years of work.
Unbelievable. I have no reason to go that far for someone who's no longer my family. I left because you ignored me constantly. And when you told me never to speak to you again, I left without saying a word.
What kind of childish logic is that? This is ridiculous.
It might seem ridiculous to you, but it was important to me. You were the one who shut me down with a single word. Annoying.
You're so picky about every little thing. I've forgotten all that old nonsense. It's absurd. Fine, I'll let the past go. I'm generous like that. But come on. You must feel guilty about ignoring an injured person. I'll let you help me out, so get over here.
Why don't you ask your girlfriend to help instead?
What? What are you talking about?
You have a girlfriend, don't you? Ask her for help. I heard it through some work connections. They said after your divorce, you've been bouncing from one woman to the next. You show off your dating life with different women, just like you would with your favorite accessories, treating them like trophies. Everyone was claiming that working with you just wasn't an option.
That's nonsense. Where did you even hear that?
I work at the law firm that serves as your company's legal counsel. I used to be a hotel employee. That's how I got to know one of the lawyers there. When I thought about looking for a job after raising Lucy, they sent me a letter about a job opening for an office clerk.
Wait, are you telling me you started working there after leaving home?
That's right, so I could support myself after the divorce. Unlike someone who said they didn't want to pay child support.
You ended up demanding it anyway, filing lawsuits and all.
That's because you have a legal obligation to pay child support. Oh, but you've been behind on payments for the past few years, haven't you? Make sure you pay up. Lucy's almost 20 now, so there's not much time left.
Are you kidding me? I told you I'm injured. What kind of person treats someone who's already mentally and physically struggling like this? Do you even have a heart?
That's why I said to ask your girlfriend for help. I'm not your problem anymore. I have no intention of meeting you again, so forget about it.
You're impossible. Fine. I won't rely on you. I've got other connections, you know? Just because you've got a decent job, you're feeling smug.
Whatever. Doesn't bother me one bit.
Lucy, do you recognize me? Of course you do, right? I mean, I'm your dad after all. How've you been?
I don't know who you are, but I'm not interested in strange solicitations.
Seriously? Are you kidding around like I do? It's me, your dad.
When your mom ignored me, I figured you'd eventually contact me, so I didn't block you on purpose. And here we are. This is the first time you've reached out in 8 years, Jacob.
Stop being so formal. 8 years ago, no matter how many times I contacted you, you never replied. It made me really lonely, you know. I'm glad you finally responded.
I muted you and left it alone. If you sent something weird, I wanted to have it as evidence. Also, if you hired a detective or showed up unannounced, it would be a problem.
I wouldn't stoop to something so petty. I'm your dad. You don't have to follow your mom's lead. You can come see me. You're turning 20 this year, right? How about going out for a drink together? You must have inherited my good looks. I can only imagine how stunning you've become as a woman.
Comments like that are considered harassment these days.
What? What are you even talking about? I didn't say anything weird. Where are you living now? You want to see me too, don't you?
No, I'm about to have a new dad, so I don't need you, Jacob.
What? A new dad?
Yeah, my mom is planning to remarry once I graduate from my technical college. Well, his name won't be on our family register, but he told me he thinks of me like his own daughter. That's more than enough for me, so I have no desire to meet you, Jacob.
Are you kidding me? She really abandoned me? That asshole?
Since she's divorced, she can date anyone she likes, right? I mean, I was surprised too when she said she met her soulmate last year. But she told me she would wait until I graduated to avoid disrupting my life. She's always put me first, and that's what makes her amazing. She's nothing like you. People often say I'm just like my mom, and I'm proud of that. That's why I have no intention of meeting you. And I won't be helping you, so don't come to me for anything.
Don't mess with me. You and your mom both look down on me like I'm nothing. I worked hard to support you until you both left. You ungrateful brat. You should be ashamed.
It's true you supported us financially until I was 7. But it's also true that you ignored my mom, treated her like a servant, and made her life miserable. I saw all of it. Just because I was a kid doesn't mean I didn't understand. You forced her to become a stay-at-home mom, cutting her off from others. Did you ever think about how lonely and isolated she felt, with no one to turn to? You didn't, and that's why you were abandoned, back then and now.
How dare you talk to your parent like that? You really inherited your mom's terrible personality. But you and I are connected by blood. That's an unchangeable fact, isn't it? So you have a duty to support me. Taking care of me is your responsibility. I'm injured and hospitalized and can't work. That's why you need to work for me.
It's true there's a legal obligation to support parents. But I'm getting married after I graduate, and I'm planning to have kids. Also, considering how you treated us before we left, and the fact that we spent most of our time living apart, I'm not sure you're in a position to demand that kind of support.
What did you just say?
Under the law, the obligation to support parents is weaker than the obligation between spouses or from parents to children. So I refuse. You're at the very bottom of my priority list. To me, my mom is my only parent. Soon, there will be 2. And I have a family of my own to build, including my future children. There's absolutely no room for you.
Wait, are you abandoning me?
No one's been paying attention to you in the first place. But thank you for reaching out. It helped me see exactly the kind of person you are. And it reassured me that I don't need to feel guilty. Well, excuse me now.
Wait, Lucy. I love you. Come on, I'm sorry. Let's start over. Hey, answer me, will you? Willow, what's the meaning of this? You know how I feel, don't you? I love you. When will you forgive me? It's cruel that you can't understand how I feel.
What's with the sudden change of heart?
I finally realized how foolish I've been. I'm truly sorry for all the pain I caused you and Lucy.
I never thought I'd get an apology after 8 years. But I'm sorry. I'm not generous enough to accept such a shallow apology.
I really mean it. If you don't believe me, I'll prove it. Just meet with me. I'm begging you. I'll do anything. I just want us to be a family again.
That's not going to happen. I don't want to see you.
Don't say that. We were married, weren't we?
You know what? Let me guess why you're so desperate to meet me. You were bad at your job, got fired, and your girlfriend left you. Now your company is suing you for damages and you're broke. You're just looking for help, right? Am I wrong?
How do you even know that?
Like I told you before, I work at the law firm that serves as your company's legal counsel. They've been very kind to me. And when I mentioned you were a former family member, they told me everything. Jacob, you've been making mistakes at work for a long time, haven't you? Then, while driving a company car under stress, you crashed into a client's building, causing a major incident. The only silver lining was that you were the only one injured.
It was just a little mistake. I didn't do it on purpose.
Whether it was intentional or not doesn't matter. You got fired as a result. When I heard about it, I thought, well, things like that happen, but with your usual attitude at work, it's not surprising. You couldn't stand being outperformed by a capable colleague, so instead of improving yourself, you spent all your energy dragging them down.
That's not what I meant to do.
Which is why you took your frustration out on me. I was a stay-at-home mom, isolated with a young daughter, and I couldn't fight back. My parents passed away a long time ago, and I had no one else to turn to, so I guess I was convenient for you. I suspected it before, but hearing the reasons laid out still shocked me. I couldn't believe I married someone so foolish.
That guy was always grinning and sucking up to the boss. And me? No matter how hard I worked, I never got any recognition. Why is it that only I have to go through this crap? With all that was going on, how was I supposed to manage taking care of you? You didn't support me properly, and that's why I couldn't succeed.
What nonsense are you spouting? I was hoping to hear something more sensible. You couldn't succeed because of me? Me who had nothing to do with your job? Who was the one who didn't have to do any housework or childcare? Jacob, you were in a perfect position to focus solely on your work. If you still couldn't succeed, the problem lies with you. Stop blaming others and playing the victim. No one's going to lend a hand to someone like that.
But I did put in effort. Even the women I dated said they liked me.
They probably like the title of working for a big company and the money that came with it. People who treat others poorly will eventually be treated the same way. And for the record, I'm already perfectly happy without you. Actually, I've been happy for a while now, so don't ever talk to me again. Ever.
Don't you think that's unfair to me?
Not at all. You brought this on yourself, and honestly, I'm just sick of it. Good luck with your life, far away from Lucy and me.
Willow, wait. I really love you. I mean it.
Huh? That's not my problem.
How many times do I have to say it? Don't you believe me?
Oh, sorry. I wasn't paying attention. Lucy, are you okay? You didn't have a bad experience, did you? Did you block him like I told you? Of course. Just seeing his messages is unpleasant. Good. We already have enough evidence, so there's no need to review anything or listen to what he says anymore. Reading or seeing anything from him only drains you emotionally. Ignoring him is the most effective way to handle it. Trying to argue back doesn't work, and it only ends up hurting us. I think ignoring someone can also be a way to protect yourself by keeping your distance. People often say the opposite of love is indifference, but ignoring someone to hurt them isn't the same. That kind of ignoring is just an attack, and it makes both sides miserable. But in his case, I think it's gone beyond that. Both you and I feel like we just don't want to have anything to do with him anymore. So the only answer is to completely ignore him. That's the best response for someone like him. You're right. Being completely ignored, feeling in your heart that you're truly invisible, can hurt much more deeply than being directly confronted. I felt that way back then too. I kept believing I was worthless, that no one needed me, and there were so many times I thought I would break. But having you by my side saved me. Thank you, Lucy. Your kindness gave me so much strength. I'm sorry for always making you worry. That's not true at all. I love you, Mom. So staying by your side just felt natural to me. Seeing you work so hard made me want to help you in any way I could. And now, you're going to be even happier, right? Because you found someone who will truly cherish you like your new partner. I've been thinking about this a lot. What matters isn't who says something, but who shows it through their actions. Actions, more than words, are what sustain us through life. And you've shown me that over and over. That's why I want to become someone who can protect the people I care about, just like you. Lucy, hearing you say that almost makes me want to cry. But if you have that in your heart, I'm sure you'll build a wonderful life for yourself. Yeah. So, Mom, make sure you take care of yourself too, okay? I'll always be on your side. Thank you. You've grown into such an incredible person, and I'm so proud of you. Let's keep building a beautiful future together. 8 years after the divorce, Jacob's life spiraled completely out of control. After breaking his leg in an accident and being hospitalized, he was labeled a troublemaker at work. With no one willing to help him, he was ultimately fired. Later, he struggled to pay his living expenses and reportedly tried to borrow money from acquaintances. But his credibility was non-existent. It seems no one was willing to lend him a hand. During this time, his parents returned to the U.S. from their overseas relocation. Angered beyond words, they likely berated him harshly. Normally, this would have led to them cutting ties completely. But instead, they took him back with them and put him to work on a ranch abroad. While ranch may sound nice, the reality is grueling labor from dawn to dusk. For someone like Jacob, full of pride and lacking perseverance, it's an environment he'll find impossible to endure. He deserves it. Meanwhile, I remarried and am now enjoying peaceful, happy days. My new husband is someone who listens to me attentively. A person I can turn to for advice, no matter how small the issue. At the same time she graduated, Lucy got married to her boyfriend of many years, and she's really enjoying her fresh start. We're expecting a new addition to the family soon, and as a family, we're looking forward to this new chapter, living peacefully and joyfully together.
Sis. had to clean up your mess. They can't take care of you anymore. I don't even consider you as my sister anymore. What about my wedding? It's not cool to have no one sitting at the family table. Besides, if Mom and Dad don't give me money, we can't afford the wedding venue. I don't care anything about that. Why don't you be honest? Tell everyone I've neglected all my relatives because of my bad behavior. There's no way I can tell them that. Anyway, come here now. And bring Mom and Dad with you. I'm not going. I can't go. I knew you were jealous of me. Jealous? Why? Because you lost your fiancé again. That's why you're doing this. Getting your mom and dad involved and boycotting my wedding with everyone else? It's terrible. This is ridiculous. First of all, my fiancé is not being taken. The reason I can't come over is because it's my wedding today. Huh? What are you talking about? What a coincidence. I can't believe I got married on the same day as you. What are you talking about? That's impossible. Because Thane is here, you know. Who are you going to marry? I have no idea what you're talking about. Sis, did you lose your mind because you're so frustrated? me. If you guys get married and both settle down, we'll be safe and sound. I'll start a happy life with my Thane. Wish you a happy life with your Thane, LOL. That's a lie. What? Wait, if you're being wedded too, could it be that no one's coming to ours because... Of course, they're here for my wedding. Everyone is here to celebrate my wedding. Oh my god! It's terrible to embarrass your little sister. Terrible? now live a peaceful and tranquil life. Now that I am no longer related to my sister, I feel the weight has finally been lifted off my shoulders.
Erica, divorce my son right now.
Mom, what's going on all of a sudden?
And don't call me Mom. You're not my daughter-in-law anymore.
I don't understand what's going on.
Oh, well, I really didn't want my son to marry you. Freddie is my precious, precious only son. I was going to choose a partner for him as his mother. But one day, Freddie brought you home, and you told me that you were pregnant with his child. I had no choice but to allow you to marry him. At the time, I thought you were a nice girl. Look at you now. I'm so disappointed that you're actually an outrageous person.
Excuse me? Did I do something? I have no idea why you are upset.
I won't be easy on you just because you're pregnant. I told Freddie too. I want you to divorce him today and vanish from our lives.
Today? That's impossible.
I don't want to see your face anymore. Just texting you makes me sick.
Are you sure?
I have nothing more to say to you. You should hate yourself for deceiving my innocent Freddie.
I don't understand what you mean at all. It's impossible to get a divorce today.
Oh, are you worried about your baby?
Huh?
Leave today. Otherwise, I don't know what happens to the baby.
What are you saying? It's your grandchild.
Shut up. I'm not your mother-in-law anymore. You are to pack your things and leave quickly. Got it?
Hi, Freddie. You're already home, right?
Yes, I'm home. I just got home from work.
Okay, then I'm sure you've already noticed.
Yeah? Mom told me. She told you to pack up and leave, didn't she?
Yeah, I got messages from her and I didn't know what was going on.
You really did leave the house, didn't you?
Huh?
Mom was impressed. She said, "You're surprisingly understanding."
Because if I didn't leave right away, I didn't know what she would do to our baby. I asked my parents to come and pick me up on short notice. I went back to my parents' house with the bare minimum of belongings.
Then all that's left is to proceed with a divorce.
What do you mean? Your mom kicked me out of the house and now you are asking me to divorce you?
Don't be so defensive. You were cheating on me.
Cheating? What? I didn't cheat on you.
Such a liar.
What?
My mom saw you cheating on me.
Your mom?
That's right. That's reason enough for divorce.
When did she say I cheated on you?
Yesterday. She saw you talking with a young guy at our front door. She said you guys looked very friendly.
Young guy? That's my brother.
Huh?
I'm pregnant and can't carry heavy things. So my brother delivered me some groceries.
Your brother?
That's right. I told you that my brother was coming yesterday, didn't I?
I don't remember that.
What?
You can't fool me, you know. You were going to take advantage of him while I was at work.
Why don't you ask my brother? Besides, I'm sure your mom would have remembered his face, because he was at our wedding.
No. Mom said she didn't recognize him.
That's ridiculous. Check on our security camera then. You'll see my brother. I'm sure you'll understand.
You're so demanding. Mom said she'd never seen him before. Are you trying to tell me that she's lying?
Not exactly. You're just accusing me of cheating and asking for a divorce without any evidence. I was just talking to my brother.
I thought you were a nice, innocent woman before we got married. I guess I was unlucky. You've got some nerve to cheat on me so brazenly in broad daylight.
You don't trust me at all, huh?
Mom said she saw it, so it must be true.
That's right. She's more important to you.
Of course she is. My mother would never lie to me. Let's get a divorce. I want to get rid of this cheating woman as soon as possible. But I'm not paying child support, okay? We're getting divorced because of you.
What? What are you talking about? Are you going to abandon your parental duties?
And the child you're carrying? It's your boyfriend's child anyway, right?
That's terrible. It's your child.
I don't believe you at all.
I don't mind taking a DNA test.
That won't be necessary.
Why not?
Because I'm 100% sure you're having an affair. I don't need a DNA test.
Isn't that the most important thing now?
I'm not going to raise a child with your blood in its veins. I can't let this child be a part of my family.
How can you say such a terrible thing?
I'm not going to be the father of your child. I'm going to find a woman younger and prettier than you, and she's going to have my baby. So you and the child in your belly, you guys are now strangers.
Oh, wow. If you don't believe me, then forget it. Promise me one thing.
What the hell?
From now on, no matter what happens, you stay away from me and my child.
Isn't that so obvious? I'm not going to get involved, even if you ask me to. You and that kid betrayed me. I'm not going anywhere near you.
So, we have an agreement, right?
Yeah, we do. Are you okay with this? Don't cry saying it's too hard to raise a kid on your own. Don't ask me to get back together with you.
There's no chance of that happening.
I see. I guess we're strangers now. Goodbye. Hey, Erica. It's been a long time. How are you? How's my kid growing up?
Who is it?
Hey, don't be sad.
Well, I'm seriously asking who you are.
Damn, you are still a pain in the ass. It's Freddy, your husband.
My what? I don't know my husband with that name.
Hey, what the hell are you blabbering about? We divorced 2 years ago. How can you forget in just 2 years?
We divorced 2 years ago, so you are my ex-husband, right?
Huh? It doesn't matter which one it is.
It does, because it's very important whether you are currently my husband or not. Make no mistake, please.
You are so nitpicky about details.
So what does my ex-husband want from me?
I'm trying to get back together with you.
Huh?
You can come back to me again.
I decline.
Why?
You're the one who decided I cheated on you. You're the one who demanded a divorce.
Well. Listen to me. Actually, Mom saw you walking with a kid the other day. Then, she said the kid looked exactly like me when I was his age.
Of course she did. He is related to you after all.
I thought he was your partner's kid. You were actually pregnant with my child.
I told you that over and over. You didn't believe me.
And one more thing. Mom told me you were bringing a young man home with you. I checked the data from the security camera at the front door recently, and your brother was right there. I thought, wow, what you said was true.
Did you say you checked it recently? It's a little too late for that, but...
I told my mom about it. She said she'd forgive you too.
Huh? She said she'd forgive me? I didn't do anything wrong, okay?
You're the one who did something confusing. I'll let that go so you can come back with our kid. You can be my wife again. I'm glad my mom is such a kind person.
Not good at all.
Oh, why?
I don't want to be your wife. I'm not at all happy with such a judgmental mother-in-law.
Oh.
And you? You left me because you believed only your mother's stories.
You made us think you were up to something.
Why? Why is it so confusing?
You invited your brother to our place.
What's wrong with having family over to my house?
Anyone would suspect an affair if a young man came to their house.
Your mom met my brother at the wedding. There are so many photos from the wedding.
I don't remember every single face of your relatives.
Even if she didn't remember their faces, it was stupid to assume that I was cheating on you.
Well...
And you didn't see it with your own eyes. You took your mother's word and divorced me.
What the hell? I told you I'll marry you again.
I don't want to.
Are you sure you want to be so stubborn? It's hard enough raising a child on your own, isn't it? You want to continue being a single mother?
Oh dear, who is a single mother?
You! Stop messing around and listen to me and your mother-in-law.
No, she's not my mother-in-law.
Shut up. You've been married to me once. Divorce or no divorce, you're still entitled to follow my lead.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Listen, I'll marry you today. Just get ready to go to the city office. I'm coming to pick you up with Mom.
Erica, we came to your parents' house just now. Who is that guy? Did you really come?
Of course. I was expecting to see my grandchild. But this guy told me you and your kid were out. I went to pick you guys up, you know?
I'm glad I made it in time. I was out with my kid.
And who was that man who answered the door?
He's my husband.
What? Husband?
We got married 6 months ago.
What? Why didn't you tell us?
I don't know what to tell you, but why would I bother telling you? And I'm pregnant with my husband's child.
What? Oh my God. Then give me my grandson. Frankly speaking, I don't care about you, but you have to give me my grandson. I will raise him together.
That child is not your grandchild.
What?
My husband officially adopted him.
What?
I'd like you to abandon the idea that he's your son's child or your grandchild.
Adoption? What the hell did you do?
I mean, why are you asking me to return my child now? Freddie and I have been divorced for a long time. He told me he was going to have the child with his new wife.
Well, he can't have children anymore.
Oh no.
Right after the divorce, Freddie was diagnosed with a severe illness. Because of the treatment he received at that time, he can no longer have a child of his own.
I see. So no matter what it takes, you want to take my kid, the only one with your blood in him.
That's right. If you understand, then give me my grandson.
No.
Don't you feel sorry for Freddie?
Well, I'm sorry he's sick, but...
If you feel that way, give me back my grandchild.
No, I won't.
You're a stubborn daughter-in-law.
I'm not your daughter-in-law.
You need to listen to me.
You say the same thing as your son.
I will not allow my daughter-in-law to disobey me.
You were the one who told me not to call you Mom anymore.
I told you I would let that go.
Letting it go where? If you don't back off here, I'll call the police.
The police?
You and Freddie are still hanging around near my parents' house anyway, right?
Kinda, but why are you calling the police?
I repeat, I am already divorced. My child has been adopted by my current husband. My husband and I have full custody of our child.
But he's not blood related to your current husband.
It doesn't matter. My husband is. Unlike you and Freddie, he is a man who loves us and our child as a whole. You cannot do anything anymore. Please leave.
Oh no, please, Erica. Give me back my grandson.
Then I'll call the police.
Stop it.
Then please leave.
Okay. I'm leaving now. Just don't call the police. Hey, Erica. Can we get back together again? Since I went to your parents' house, my mom has been totally depressed. She stays at home all day long. She doesn't seem to be able to do anything. Dad said he was thinking of getting a divorce. You know, I feel bad for my mom. Why don't you marry me again and raise our child together? He is our son, right? Once you and my kid come back, Mom will be fine. You want to show some appreciation to my mother too, don't you? And she won't have to go through a divorce. So, let's get back together, okay?
Enough.
What?
I'm not marrying you again.
Why not?
I got married 6 months ago. Didn't your mother tell you that?
I heard that, but you can divorce your husband as soon as you can. There won't be any trouble about custody. Just hurry up and bring my kid back home.
Huh? I'm pregnant with my husband's child.
What?
Oh, you didn't hear about that from your mom?
I didn't know.
And the fact that your parents are going through a divorce has nothing to do with me.
What?
Your father called the other day to apologize to me. He said he was sorry for the trouble his wife and son caused. Your father is a sensible man, unlike you and your mother.
Well, so what?
He told me at the time that I could tell you if you persist in contacting him. I'll tell you now.
What the hell? What is it?
Your mother has been cheating on her husband for a long time.
What?
They say if you're having an affair, you think other people are doing it too. That's exactly what happened 2 years ago.
My mom? No way.
She thought I was having an affair when she saw my brother. I guess it's because she was cheating on him.
Oh no.
Your mother brought a young man into the house while her husband was at work. She never learned her lesson.
Seriously?
And then, your father on your behalf paid me alimony. And also, he's been paying me monthly child support on your behalf.
What?
He hasn't done it anymore since I married my husband. He said he would deduct the amount from what you will eventually inherit.
What?
He said that you will probably end up with nothing.
What do you mean?
That's why I'm sure you're going through a big upheaval. So this is not the time to worry about me.
Help me out.
Don't tell me you've forgotten the promise we made back then.
Promise?
From now on, no matter what happens, you stay away from me and my children. That's what I said.
But things have changed, and you can help me as my ex-wife.
A promise is a promise.
No way.
Stay away from us for the rest of your life.
Oh no.
Freddie was living with his parents after the divorce. He was quite shocked when he found out about his mother's affair. He left his parents' house without saying a word. Shortly thereafter, my ex-parents-in-law divorced. My ex-mother-in-law was evicted from the family home. She was charged alimony, but since she was a housewife and had no savings, she had no choice but to borrow money. Now she is working so hard to pay off her debts. Freddie must have been mentally exhausted after losing so many things all at once. He made a series of mistakes at work and he got fired. He is now working as a day laborer to make ends meet. As for me, I recently gave birth to my second child. My current husband loves them both. I would like to continue to live happily with my beloved family.
I'm sorry to bother you, but I have to tell you something. I passed out at work and I'll be staying in the hospital for 3 days. Oh my God! I'll ask my boss if I can fly back home today. Don't worry, honey. Don't worry? Of course I'm worried about you. It's not that serious. I wish I weren't in Mexico for work. I would have rushed to the hospital right away. Do you know why you clasped? My doctor said it was malnutrition. I was trying to save money. Huh? There were some days I only ate a piece of toast, and other days I didn't eat at all. Only a piece of toast? Yes, pretty much. You have to eat more, and you don't have to worry about money in the first place. I only make 1,200 each paycheck. Unfortunately, I can't make ends meet. What do you mean you can't make ends meet? Since you were transferred to Mexico, I've been living off of only my income. That's why I've been having a hard time financially. But I send you $4,000 every month. Why do you have a money problem? What are you talking about? I've never received any money from you. Yes, I've been sending you money every month. Don't you remember before I left for Mexico, I said I'd transfer you money every month? I don't recall. I was off on the day. As far as I remember, you were working the night before. I'm pretty sure we talked about our living expenses during lunch. I must have been tired. I probably wasn't really listening. I've mentioned this many times, but you can quit your job if it's too much for you. I make enough for the 3 of us. I like my job, so I don't want to quit. As I said earlier, I do send you money. After you get out of the hospital, make sure to check your bank account. About your job, we'll see how you feel after this and figure out what to do. I don't have my debit card. Why not? I gave it to Tom. He shouldn't have it. What does he need it for? He told me he needed my Bank of America account to pay for one of his games on his phone. There wasn't much money left in it anyway, and my pay doesn't go into the account. I thought it... I'll tell her you're faking it. I'm not faking! First of all, get out of my house. Be more responsible. Are you trying to get rid of me? Give me a break. Tom, I'm serious. Stop depending on Mom so much. You have to become more self-sufficient. I just texted her. She's in the hospital. Don't give her any more stress. I just took a screenshot of Mom's text. Mom says, don't move out. She doesn't want to live on her own without me. I don't get it. That reminds me. She says she wouldn't be able to make ends meet if she raised my allowance. So I got pissed off and told her I'm fed up with my life and pretended to try and kill myself by jumping out the upstairs window. I guess she remembers. Did you really do that? Yeah, our power dynamic flipped upside down that day. Mom does everything I say now. I'm the winner. You. It was easy to control and manipulate her. She just gave me money whenever I asked for it. What? Even when I was a student, I'd complain to Mom about my small allowance, and she'd give me extra money right away. I've been saying to her that she shouldn't spoil you. I can't believe she's turned you into a spoiled brat while I've been away. You've been so busy. It's all your fault for not being at home, right? You should blame yourself, not me. I have a headache. Mom has to work hard to support my lifestyle. She fawns over me, but she's easy to control. She told me she likes her job. That's not true. She works hard to earn my allowance. She even used to send me money after I got a job. I should have talked with her more about parenting. It's all my fault. It's a bit too late for regrets. You know what? I'll do whatever it takes to get you out of the house. I'll talk to your mother about it all. Well, even if you get me to live, your debt won't disappear. She told me about the $50,000. You're the one who caused all of this. And you're the one that got us into debt. You'll have to help us pay it off. Wait a second. It's not my problem. 'Cause I borrowed the money in your name. Legally, it's on you to pay it back. What? I used your name because I had some business to deal with. So, it's not really her debt then. It's yours. Did you really use my name without my permission to borrow the money? Yeah, I'm unemployed, so I couldn't get a loan approval. How could you do that to me? You are the ones who raised me in the first place. Isn't this ultimately your fault? You're right. You proved that I failed as a parent. Why don't you take full responsibility and support me for the rest of my life? And don't forget to deal with that debt. I'm coming home soon. We're gonna have a family meeting when I get there. It'll be a waste of time. But if you wanna do it, go ahead. See ya! Can I borrow some money? Mom's not here and I need it for groceries and other stuff. I need money. I'm speechless. You're still talking like that. She's still in the hospital, so who else can I ask for help? Besides, she'd be upset if something bad happened to her one and only son. Are you okay with that? You won't get any money from me. You send her $4,000 every month. That's for your mother, for expenses. Are you sure you won't change your mind? She doesn't want to see me miserable. be scarred from the workplace harassment. I'm not healthy enough to look for work yet. You were lazy at work and they told you off. Do you really think that counts as workplace harassment? Are you crazy? How do you know that? At work, didn't you have a classmate from high school? Yeah. Did he tell you that? I didn't really trust you, so I called him. I can't believe you did that. I heard you slacked off whenever you had a chance, forced your colleagues to pick up the slack, and you just did whatever you wanted instead. I don't really remember. Stop playing dumb. When your boss found out and called you in, you got upset and quit on the spot. This is the real reason why you can't work, isn't it? It's true, I may have slacked off a bit, but I thought the way he lectured me was considered harassment in this day and age. There's nothing wrong in reprimanding lazy employees. It's not old-fashioned. Whatever. I'm gonna call Mom now. Too late. Dad, no matter what you say, when she hears her son's voice, she'll change her mind and help me. Mom got a new phone. What about her phone number? She changed it and her email address too. And she got a new WhatsApp account. Basically, you can't get a hold of her anymore. Are you serious? Yes, she's done with you. Your mother said she's not gonna keep in touch with you. Is she there? Yes, she's here. Can you ask her for me? This is gonna ruin my wedding plans. I'm sure she'd care about that, wouldn't she? Are you talking about the woman you met online through that game you play? Yeah, it wouldn't be so funny if my marriage plans get cancelled because of you guys. Tell her to help me. Let me get this straight. You've got the $50,000 debt and the $4,000 per month I've been sending, and a $500 monthly allowance from your mother. You spent all of it on your fiancé, didn't you? Your mom told me everything. That's right. She runs a company and she needed extra money to cover some losses. That's why I transferred the money to her. Are you saying this business owner needed your money? That's odd. For her startup company, she's been working her butt off to get things rolling. But I don't understand why you had to help her. I'm gonna be her husband. I'm supposed to support her. Besides, she wanted to put some of the money aside for our wedding. I didn't give her all of the money for the business. She kept some of it aside for us. That's why you borrowed money in my name? It's pretty common that parents pay for their kids' wedding, isn't it? Well, I'm sure there are families that can afford that. In that case, why don't you consider the debt as wedding gift? You can at least do that for me. Hey, have you ever thought you might be getting scammed? What the hell are you talking about? Have you met her? I haven't met her yet, in person, but she sent me pictures. I'll send you her photos, Dad. Isn't she adorable? There's just no way she could be a scammer. Anybody can create a fake profile with free images online. You'll see. I'm gonna text her now. I'll prove she's not a fraud. It's weird. She hasn't texted me back yet. She usually replies right away. Maybe she knows you're on to her. It's quite possible she's already flown the coop. That's impossible! Tom, I'm not a cold-hearted man. Regarding your debt, I'll help you out. You don't need to panic. You're gonna help me pay it off? Here's the thing. I've got a connection to a center where you can get the help you need.
What are you talking about?
This institution offers programs to help people get their lives back to normal. You can get your life in order under professional supervision. And they'll also help you explore different job opportunities. Oh, but you won't be allowed to use your phone or a computer.
Oh my God! It sounds like hell!
But you'll get paid once you find a job. You'll be able to pay off your debt in no time.
I won't have much freedom!
I don't care. You'll have to pay back every penny of the money you've stolen.
You're financially stable?
For you to straighten out your life, you have to face your punishment.
You can't do that to me!
I have to tell you one more thing. Your mom and I are selling the house. So, you have no choice but to go to the institution.
I had no idea this was coming!
We had no choice. Otherwise, you wouldn't have learned your lesson, would you?
Holy cow!
Some staff from the facility will be coming to pick you up soon. You'd better behave.
Dad, please! I'll behave!
It's not something a 20-year-old man should have to say. If you want us to consider you part of the family again, you should think about what you've done while you are at the center.
Oh my God!
The center came and picked him up. My wife and I consulted the police about the fraudster who scammed Tom. As the result of the investigation, the suspect was identified. She got arrested, but we haven't gotten the money back. Tom has been working at the institution and sends us money every month. At first, we received letters from him begging for help. But lately, he's been expressing regret about his actions. His new life at the center has us relieved. My wife seems anxious at first, but she spends more time for herself now. She studies Chinese, does yoga, and whatnot. I'm happy for her. Unfortunately, Tom didn't grow up the way we expected. It is all my fault. We will continue to support Tom until he gets back on the right track for his future.
You being around just ruins the vibe. Don't you get that? Seriously, I'm shocked. Huh? What are you talking about all of a sudden? I have no idea what you are talking about. Is there something wrong? I don't care what you were thinking. You're just not the kind of person we need here. The thought of someone as ordinary as you mixing with people who actually belong here is disgusting. I've been doing my best, but if that's how you feel, that's a shame. But I'm part of Aiden's family, and I want to do whatever I can for you two, Nora. Family? Are you serious? This is hilarious. I don't consider you family at all. No one needs you here, so I really don't get why you're sticking around. How dare you? It hurts to hear you say that, but you're free to feel however you want. Still, I just want to help out however I can. If it's for the family, I'd gladly pitch in. Help? How? Someone as useless as you can't possibly help with anything. Do you still not get that just being here is a nuisance? You're seriously pathetic. You don't understand anything and you can't do anything. It's the same whether you're here or not. You have no value at all. Even so, as part of the family, I believe there's something I can do. You can think what you want, but that's what I believe. I don't care about your self-satisfaction. In the end, you're only thinking about yourself, right? It makes me sick just watching you. You should just read the room and go hide somewhere. I'm sorry if you feel that way, but I believe I have a right to be here. You really are living in a fantasy world. Talking to you is a waste of time. No matter what I say, you'll never get it. You'll probably never realize how pathetic you are, but that's just another sad thing about you. Hey, I seriously can't believe you. What's wrong with you? Were you actually serious about that? Hey, what's up? Serious? What do you mean by that? I mean the meeting between both families for my wedding. We invited you to come with my brother, remember? It was only an invitation from your dad and the others. What were you thinking wearing that outfit? Did you really think that was appropriate? Showing up to an important occasion dressed like that is just unbelievable. Don't you have any proper clothes for a formal event? And your makeup? It was way too simple. You looked so dull, I could feel everyone staring. It was a celebration, and yet you put in so little effort. It's like you didn't even care. Couldn't you at least consider my position? It's my wedding, and you couldn't even try to make things a little more festive? Having such a plain sister-in-law is downright embarrassing. You were completely out of place. You made me look bad. Did I really look that plain? I didn't mean it that way. But the clothes I own aren't flashy. And besides, I wasn't the star of the event. I thought it would be better not to stand out. I wanted you to be the one to shine, so I kept it understated. I invited you as family, and you showed up in that lame outfit. People are going to start questioning my taste. You embarrassed me. How am I supposed to face anyone after this? I don't think that's true. While you stepped out for a bit, your fiancé's mother complimented my outfit. She even knew the brand and spoke to me very kindly. I think you're overreacting. That was obviously just polite small talk. You really don't get anything, do you? My fiancé's family is wealthy, you know? There's no way they actually care about the kind of clothes someone like you, who just stays home all day, wears. Or did you buy that outfit with my brother's money? You can't even buy things yourself, and yet you show up acting all important? It's embarrassing. Just having you around is tarnishing my brother's reputation. It was a gift from Aiden. I didn't pick it out myself. He chose it for me. I think it's something he put a lot of thought into, and it's important to me. This has nothing to do with you. I knew it. You really are like a parasite, aren't you? You can't do anything on your own and rely on others for everything. All you do is laze around at home, spending Aiden's hard-earned money. Aren't you ashamed? You're completely useless, so stop acting so high and mighty. Here we go again. I've told you many times I work from home. I support Aiden and I'm fulfilling my role. There's plenty of work that can be done from home, so don't underestimate that. Look, working from home is nothing significant. It's not like you're in the same space as a company CEO or doing anything important. You're not worthy of breathing the same air as Aiden or my fiancé's father. You're just a useless parasite spending money, and it's pathetic. You're dressing yourself up with money my brother earned, and you should be ashamed. When will you finally realize how powerless and worthless you really are? And what about you, Nora? Are you trying to say you're any different? When I get married, I'm going to dedicate myself fully to my husband. I'll be a stay-at-home wife and take care of the house perfectly.
I won't just sit around like you. I'm going to prove my worth. I'll support the family the way it's meant to be done. I do housework too, you know. Every day, I do whatever I can for Aiden, and I believe that's my role. No matter the form, I'm doing my best for the family. If you think differently, could you explain why? I've been to your place before, and you really call what you do housework? I'll do it at a professional level. Are you taking classes or something? Like a cooking class? My fiancé is going to be the next CEO of his company, you know? He's got money, so of course we'll hire professionals. Excuse me? Wait, so you're not doing it yourself? Unlike you, I'm smart enough to hire pros. And what will you be doing, Nora? I'll be managing the schedules for cleaning services, chefs, and laundry services. That's what it means to be a stay-at-home wife and take care of the house? Everything will be kept in perfect order, under my supervision, of course. And I need to look perfect too. I'm going to be the wife of the future company CEO after all. Sorry, I don't really get what you're saying. I'm nothing like you. Could you try to understand that a bit better? I have way more responsibilities and expectations than someone like you. So could you please stop causing me trouble? More importantly, let's talk about the wedding. That's what you really need to focus on. You have a role to play too. You need to be fully aware of what you should be doing. We touched on it briefly yesterday, but the details about the date haven't been finalized yet, have they? But if there's anything I can help with, I'm of course willing to cooperate. That's not the point. I'm giving you an important role. You'll be in charge of the reception. So for once, take some responsibility and do a proper job. Me? Handling the reception? I never thought I'd be trusted with something that important. But is it okay for me to do it? Wouldn't you normally ask a friend or someone else to handle that? Is it really that surprising? Show that you're actually useful for once. You've done nothing up until now, so the least you can do is take this on. You're basically freeloading, so you should at least do something like this. And since you'll be at the reception, there's no way I'll allow you to embarrass me with how you look. You'd better pick something far more appropriate than what you wore yesterday. And make sure your makeup is done properly. I won't forgive you if it's not. Don't slack on that. Wait, being told this so suddenly, I need time to prepare. Could you give me a little time to think about it? I need to figure out how to do things properly. There's no time to think. This is already decided. You don't have a choice. Just accept it and start preparing. You know how angry I'll be if you don't, right? But it's really so sudden. I need to make sure everything's in order, but it's hard to do that when you spring this on me. Could you at least tell me what kind of outfit would be good or how I should go about it? You're seriously complaining when I'm giving a role to a parasite like you? You don't get to make decisions, so just do as I say. That's how it's going to be. So start learning how to properly take care of your appearance, including makeup. The wedding is an important occasion. Don't embarrass me. I can't afford to be humiliated because of you. Got it? It would really help if you'd show some awareness and actually do what needs to be done. You understand, right? Wait, are you serious? You're not joking? I can't prepare for something like this on such short notice. Hold on, Nora. Aiden, sorry to bother you while you're at work. There's something I'd like to talk to you about when you get home. What time do you think you'll be back today? I'll be home by 7 p.m. today. What's going on? Is it something you can't say over WhatsApp? No, I can totally say it over WhatsApp. Is this about Nora again?
Yeah, it is.
What did she say this time?
Well, it was mostly the usual, but she told me I have to be in charge of the reception at her wedding.
The wedding reception? Is that really decided? Didn't they say the venue and date hadn't even been set yet? And isn't the reception something you can't just casually decide like that? Doesn't this feel way too rushed?
Exactly. Nora said it's already a done deal. But I'm thinking, is it really okay for me to be handling the reception when we've only been married for less than 2 years? Usually, the couple's close friends or siblings take on that role, right? That's how it's always been at the weddings I've attended, so I'm kind of unsure about doing it myself.
You're right. At our wedding, we had our friends handle the reception. Usually, families stay out of it. And I hardly ever hear about relatives taking charge of the reception. Plus, since the venue and date aren't even set yet, it seems strange to make such an important decision this early on.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, is this really okay? I don't get what Nora's thinking at all.
Yeah, it's odd. It's weird that she's assuming you'll handle the reception when nothing's been finalized yet. And deciding something like that without even discussing it with you first is just wrong.
It was just so sudden and I was really surprised. Of course, I'll adjust my schedule to fit Nora's wedding, but I'm not confident that me being in charge of the reception is the best choice.
In that case, I'll talk to Nora. If she's really serious about asking you to handle the reception, then I'll stand with you. It's unfair to put all that pressure on you alone. We should tackle this together.
Wait, Aiden? You'll do it with me? You would really do that?
Of course. It's unreasonable to make you handle the reception all by yourself. Plus, it's wrong to just throw it on you without a proper request. You should be formally asked to take on the role. And it seems like Nora doesn't get that. I'll need to have a talk with her.
I don't mind the reception job itself. I've done it before for a friend's wedding, so I'm used to it. But if you'll be by my side, that would really put me at ease. In that case, I might feel confident enough to take it on.
If Nora says anything else, just let me know right away. She knows if she contacts me, I'll either ignore her or get mad. So that's why she goes directly to you instead.
I wonder if the day will ever come when Nora and I get along.
Doesn't seem like she's planning on accepting you anytime soon. Not sure what her problem is. She calls you a parasite, but she's still living at home and has never even lived on her own.
And that's been tough for your dad and the others too.
Oh, speaking of that, I wanted to talk to you about something. I was going to wait until I got home, but I'll mention it briefly now. I'm thinking of giving a little financial help to my parents, and I wanted to get your opinion on it.
Really? Well, if that's what you've decided, I'm fine with it. I know you always act with your family's best interests in mind, and I trust you wouldn't do it without a good reason.
Are you sure you don't even want to hear the reason? I was a little worried about whether it'd bother you. Didn't you wonder if something was up?
No, I'm not worried at all. I trust you and your parents, so whatever the reason, I know it'll be something that's for the good of the family. It's not my place to interfere, right?
Thank you, Layla. It means a lot to have your trust like this. Actually, about Nora's wedding, nothing's been finalized yet, but her fiancé's parents mentioned yesterday that they'd contribute to the wedding expenses. Do you remember that?
Yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember hearing about that. They said the groom's side would cover some of the costs, but I don't think they mentioned any specific amount yet. Still, it's really generous. Weddings can get expensive.
Exactly, but I don't want to leave everything to the groom's side. So for appearance's sake, I'd like my parents to contribute something as well. The problem is, they don't really have the means to do that, so I'm thinking we might have to cover their part ourselves.
I see. So we'd be helping out in place of your parents. Wedding costs are pretty significant, and I'm sure your parents would appreciate the help. I'm totally fine with that. Even though the exact amount isn't clear yet, I'll start preparing for it.
Thanks, baby. Since the details of the wedding haven't been finalized yet, we'll discuss the actual amount once everything's set. There's no rush, so as long as we're prepared, it'll be fine. Let's plan things out carefully and take our time.
Hey, you're not being rude to the guests, right? This is an important day for everyone, so don't do anything that would embarrass me, okay? How's the reception going? Is everyone here? It's just quieted down. For the moment, the reception work has settled a bit. A lot of people came, so it was a bit hectic, but so far, everything's going smoothly. You seriously needed to have Aiden standing next to you? Can't you handle something this simple on your own? You really can't do anything. It's pathetic. It's no wonder people call you a parasite. Your lack of independence is astonishing. I can't believe you can't even manage a simple reception job by yourself. Relying on others is your specialty. But maybe it's time you learn to stand on your own. If you can't do that, you're going to spend your life depending on others forever. Should you really be messaging me right now? Aren't there a lot of things you need to prepare or take care of? I heard the bride is usually super busy before the wedding, but it's rare to see a bride with this much free time. Are you sure everything's okay? You just don't get it, do you? The preparations are pretty much done. That's why I've got nothing to do right now. No one's come to the bridal suite, so I'm just killing time by messaging you. Seems like all my friends have already checked in at the reception. All your friends have already checked in? That was quick. But isn't it normal for someone to come by the bridal suite? Isn't it a little lonely that no one's stopping by? There's no problem, right? I'm a bit worried. Maybe I should message my friends and ask them to come visit me in the bridal suite. The wedding prep is mostly done, and if no one comes, I'm going to get bored. I mean, I'm the bride, so I want to have a lively time. I should be enjoying myself, right? By the way, after the reception, I wanted to ask you something. I checked with the venue staff too, but you've made sure the wedding gifts are being handled properly, right? Of course, I've made sure. The wedding staff explained everything, so don't worry. The gifts are put into boxes and then stored in a locker. Aiden and I double-checked everything, and it's all going smoothly. We're managing all the details carefully, so you don't have to worry. I see. That's reassuring. So, could you hand the locker key over to my brother? He's the most trustworthy, and I'd like someone responsible to manage it. I trust him to handle it properly. Sure, I'll give Aiden the key and he'll manage it carefully. He's just as responsible as I am, so I'm sure there won't be any issues. Plus, having him by my side gives me peace of mind too. I'm glad to hear that. By the way, after that, I'd like you to head home right after the ceremony. To be honest, we haven't prepared a seat for you at the reception. What? Head home? You mean I'm not attending the reception? But I helped with the preparations and I thought I had a seat. You're being presumptuous. Just go home. The ceremony's at the church, so if you want to watch, feel free to sit in the back. The number of seats doesn't matter. But as for the reception, well, there's no seat for you. Someone with your low education and incompetence doesn't get a seat at the reception. No seat at the reception? What do you mean by that? Because if a plain parasite like you is sitting at the same table as my family, you'll stand out for all the wrong reasons. I don't want a worthless bottom-tier person breathing the same air as everyone at my beautiful wedding reception. There's no seat for you, so go home. Are you serious? Are you really planning on not inviting me to the reception? I've already helped with all the preparations and the venue staff knows I'm here. I never imagined this would happen after coming this far. The staff at the venue knows I'm here, so suddenly telling me to leave just doesn't seem possible. You don't need to worry about that. I've already set everything up, so no matter what excuse you try to come up with, things will go smoothly. I've made sure no one will question it, and you won't need to explain anything. So just go home with peace of mind. You set everything up? What do you mean by that? Are you saying you've made excuses for me in advance? Hell yeah! You're going to say you suddenly feel sick and leave early. That was the plan all along for today. I only needed you to handle the reception, so you're not necessary for the reception itself. You've done your work, and that's more than enough. From the start, I planned for you to handle the reception and then leave. No one ever expected you to attend the reception. Really, you should feel lucky. Even a parasite like you turned out to be useful for something. You're just mooching off my brother, the CEO? So it's time for you to skedaddle. If you stick around for the reception, you'll just bring down our social standing, and no one wants that. This is unbelievable. I've helped out with everything in good faith for today, and this is how I'm treated?
Well then, we're done. Consider us estranged.
Huh? What are you talking about?
It's me, Aiden. Nora, enough is enough. I've warned you multiple times about how you treat Layla, but it looks like you haven't learned a thing. Seems like your brain is on the same level as a bug's.
Aiden?
If there's no seat for Layla, I'm leaving too. Honestly, I can't believe my own sister thinks like this, and without hesitation, says such awful things to people. It's not only unbelievable, it's embarrassing.
Wait, you can't leave. You're my family. You can't just walk out.
Layla is a part of our family too.
But your wife and your blood family are different.
I see them the same way, which is why I'm leaving. Oh, and Dad and Mom are leaving too.
What? Why?
They said if Layla's leaving, they're leaving too.
Why is this happening?
I got a message from Dad and Mom. They said you're not welcome in their house anymore, and they won't be giving you any more support from now on. You'll have to live on your own from here. That's what they said.
Wait, no, this can't be happening.
Just like in your plan, Layla isn't feeling well. So as a family, Dad, Mom, and I will be leaving with her. Do whatever you want after that.
Wait, the reception isn't even finished yet, and the wedding is about to start. Aiden, wait a minute. Hey, I've been calling you over and over. How could you ignore me at such an important time? What are you thinking? Answer your phone for Christ's sake. I know you've read my messages. Reply right now. Sorry. Just like in your plan, Nora, I pretended to feel sick, and now I actually don't feel well. Don't be so fake. Because of you, all of my guests left. Because of me? You and Aiden left the reception, and then Dad and the others left the family room. So little by little, everyone else started leaving too. I just followed your plan, Nora. But having Aiden and the rest of the family leave with you wasn't part of the plan. You must have convinced them to leave with you. No, that's not true. Aiden and your parents all left on their own accord. That's why I don't understand why this is happening. This was supposed to be a big day for our family. To put it simply, they chose me over you, Nora. They chose you over me? Of course. You've been living at home, relying on your parents, and they have spent so much money on you. But then, you tried to take even more. And with your parents' finances already in dire straits, we've been the ones helping them out. Not giving a seat to the person who's been helping them, it's just unacceptable. What do you mean? Help? What? Wait, do you really not know? Nora, back in middle school, didn't you want to go to that expensive private high school because there was an attractive upperclassman you liked? And then, without really studying, you applied to a bunch of colleges just for the sake of it, wasted all that application money, didn't get into any of them, and ended up repeating a year. Your parents even paid for your cram school and then for a private university, where you partied too much and had to repeat a year. Do you realize how much money was spent on you? That's what parents are supposed to do. Your dad and mom supported you because they were thinking about your future, Nora. But that's not all, is it? What are you talking about? You didn't even work a part-time job and you were taking money from home to spend on going out, weren't you? And even for this wedding, did you give money to your friends so they could set up a meeting with a high-status guy? Whose money do you think that was? How do you even know about that? One of the girls working at the groom's reception told me. Apparently, she was involved in arranging that setup. What? You've been using your parents' money for all these things, yet you've never earned anything yourself and have been living at home without contributing a single penny. So who's the real parasite here? Your dad and mom were really struggling, so we've been helping them out. What kind of help are you talking about? Aiden has been sending money to support the household, and we've been living off of the money I earn. The money you earned? I've told you multiple times that I work, haven't I? After my own parents passed away, your dad and mom welcomed me like a daughter. I care deeply for them, and I told Aiden I'd gladly do whatever I could to help such kind people. There's no way you're earning enough to cover your living expenses. You're just a parasite, aren't you? There's no way you're earning enough to cover your living expenses. That's why I keep telling you, I work from home as a designer. I create things like logos for different companies and restaurant menus. You're working as a designer? Seriously? I had no idea you were doing something like that. I always thought design was a professional's job, and there's no way you could handle it. How on earth are you doing something like that? I just don't get it. Your fiancé's father owns a few restaurants, right? When they decided to update the menus, I was asked to handle the design. They were interested in my work and reached out to me. What? What do you mean? Wait a minute. No one told me that someone like you was given such an important job. How is it that I didn't know anything about this? Well, the topic came up during the family meeting when we were talking about my work. At that time, they mentioned wanting to update the menus, and the timing was perfect. That's when they asked if we could discuss it further. It happened while you were away touching up your makeup. I didn't hear anything about that. Why did things move forward without me knowing? I had no idea you were even having that kind of conversation. Well, you kept going to the bathroom to fix your makeup, didn't you? The conversation happened while you were away. If you had been there, you would have known. I can't believe such an important conversation happened then. Unbelievable. But wait, is it because of this that he's saying he wants to cancel the wedding? Cancel the wedding? This is the first I've heard of it. But if you're saying it, then maybe it's really going to happen. I'm telling the truth. He's talking about calling off the wedding altogether. Most of the guests have already canceled, and it seems like the entire wedding is going to be called off. Nora, I don't know what to do. I'm at a loss. Apparently, his father is really angry about something. Then shouldn't you be solving this issue on your own without contacting me? There's nothing I can do about it. Besides, from the impression I got during the family meeting, Your fiancé's father seemed like the type of person who values sincerity. So he probably dislikes people who always blame others for everything. Those who avoid taking responsibility. Maybe he didn't like your behavior. So are you saying he hates me? I can't believe it. He also seemed to dislike people who lack manners. Even if I'm just your sister-in-law, you asked me to handle the reception, but didn't provide a seat for me. If he finds out about that rude behavior, it's easy to understand why he wouldn't like you. I certainly wouldn't want someone like that in my family. No way! What's going to happen to my wedding? That's up to you, isn't it, Nora? It's none of my business. And your dad and mom also said they're cutting all ties with you. Cutting ties? They said that besides the money they spent on your education, they consider the money you took and used recklessly as a lifetime gift and won't ask for it back. A lifetime gift? What does that mean? In other words, it's severance money. They also said they're going to make sure that in the future, you won't inherit any of their estate or assets, even if something happens to them. I think they're very serious about this. But I'm their daughter! You've gone beyond what they can tolerate. No way! I'm cutting ties with you too, Nora. Wait, Layla! You're the only one who can help me now. Dad, Mom, and Aiden aren't answering my calls. Please help me. There's nothing a useless parasite like me can do. Goodbye. Wait, please, do something. I have no one else to turn to. You're my only hope. It's too late for that. Have you ever thought about what you've done to me and your family? It's too late to realize how many people your selfish actions have hurt. Don't say that. I might have made mistakes, but I'm really in trouble right now. I need your help. Nora, it's wrong to rely on others only when you're in trouble. Relationships don't work that way. Say whatever you want. Layla, please don't abandon me. Since then, I've had no contact with Nora. It seems she couldn't come to terms with her wedding being cancelled. When the engagement was called off, she faced harsh criticism, not only from her fiancé, but also from his family. The reason was simple. They were people who valued sincerity and responsibility, and they couldn't tolerate someone like Nora, who was selfish and dependent on others. In the end, Nora couldn't return to her parents' house and lost the place where she had been freeloading. Her lavish lifestyle quickly fell apart, and now I hear she can't even find a proper job. There's a rumor that she's working as a live-in part-timer, constantly moving from one job to another while struggling to repay wedding expenses and borrowed money. Meanwhile, we are living peaceful days. I plan to continue living a steady life, ensuring I never lose the partner I love.
Regina, are you still doing that lame activity? Donating to refugee children, was it? Stop wasting your money on some things like that. Spend it on something more meaningful. Carol, I'm sorry, but I'm ignoring anything you say. Donating to refugee camps isn't pointless or a waste. Besides, I already cut ties with you. I'll revoke that severance. You're the one who got cut off, remember? Who cares? Besides, I changed my phone number. So how did you find out? I asked my precious lovely son, and he gave it up without hesitation. I knew it. He loves me so much. Are you surprised to hear from the one you cut off? I wanted to surprise you. Not really. I knew Jacob was going to tell you eventually. Such a mama's boy. Okay. You think it's okay for you to act like that? Huh? I have good news for you today. There are better places to donate than to refugees, you know? Write to me. Give me your money.
Huh? I knew you were up to something, talking about charity, but why would I donate money to you? It doesn't make sense.
I just suddenly passed out on the street the other day. I was taken to the hospital by an ambulance.
And then?
I was admitted to the hospital. They ran some tests and found out I have cancer.
I see. That's a lot.
And now, it seems like I need surgery. I'm going to need over $30,000.
That's quite expensive.
I know. That's why I want you to pay for it.
Why don't you go set up a GoFundMe or something else?
What? No way. People would look at me in a different way.
There's nothing wrong with it. You need money, right?
Oh my God. Just shut up and pay for it.
Pardon me? Why do I have to? Why don't you ask Jacob?
He's busy with work right now. I can't put him through any trouble.
I'm busy too.
Stop lying. You work from home. You're a content writer, right? You're home all the time. So it's not like you're super busy.
That's not true. I do a bunch of research for my articles, you know.
Stop making excuses just because you don't want to pay. That won't work. Just do what I say. If you have money to give to strangers, then you should have enough money to help your mother-in-law. I'm giving you a chance to do something nice, so be grateful and pay for my surgery. Instead of being cheeky, you should be grateful to me.
I don't understand. I've already cut ties with you. I don't need to do anything for you.
You're cold-hearted. Your family is going through a lot, and you won't even help.
How dare you say that? You never treated me as your family.
That's not true.
And you didn't even help me when I collapsed. How shameless.
Oh, that happened?
Yes, when I had ulcer. I couldn't move because of the pain.
Oh, that. Sorry, but your attitude seemed so hypocritical. Always going on about refugees and such, acting all self-righteous. I just thought it was more of the same drama. My bad.
Really? Remember what you told me when you saw me in pain?
I don't remember.
Now the evil bitch who took my son is finally gone. And I get the insurance money. This is great.
Ah, I remember now. I thought I finally got rid of you.
You don't seem to show any remorse at all.
I thought I could finally get the insurance money. Too bad. You're as lively as a cockroach.
Insurance money?
My smart son got you a hefty life insurance. Everything is for me, for my retirement.
That sounds like something Jacob would do. Luckily, Gregory happened to come back from work and called 911 immediately and saved my life.
Ugh, that was unnecessary. If only he had kept his mouth shut, I could have gotten a lot of money.
You got an earful from him too, right? My life could have been in real danger, you know.
I wasn't happy about that. It's your fault for not taking care of your health properly.
That's because you handle people's lives carelessly.
He's always on your side. Always into stuff like refugees, orphans, donations, and volunteering. You two are always bonding over those nauseating things. It was really irritating. He used to be this big shot in a corporate job, but then, out of the blue, he got all into refugee support and started up a non-profit organization, which meant less cash flow for us. He passed away soon after and left a will saying he'd donate the entire insurance money. What a pain in the ass till the very end.
What a horrible thing to say about your husband. He was indeed a very honorable man. Besides saving my life, I have profound respect for him for numerous other reasons. It's likely that he chose to donate the insurance money to those less fortunate because he believed it would be more impactful than if you and Jacob were to squander it. He saw the potential for it to make a meaningful difference in the lives of those in need.
Whatever! Not leaving any money behind for your family isn't meaningful at all. You're just like him, always coming up with excuses. I really can't stand it. If you're so keen on throwing away money, why don't you hand some over to me? I need surgery right away, and I don't have enough money. You can just forget about those refugees.
You won't get any help by throwing such absurd arguments at me. I don't want to help you.
You have a job, right? Pay for it. You don't want Jacob to divorce you, right?
Of course not.
Okay, then pay me $50,000 now.
Didn't you say $30,000 earlier? It's gone up.
That's what you get for being so cocky. Come to think of it, besides the surgery costs, there will be hospitalization fees too. Just to be safe, should we aim for around $70,000?
I don't understand. I don't want to pay a penny for you.
You've been quite sassy lately, always opposing instead of assisting. I'll be sure to inform Jacob about this.
I'm Regina, 33 years old. Ever since I married her son Jacob, I've been bullied by my mother-in-law, Miss Carol Moore. Despite this, Jacob, who is a big mama's boy, has never intervened on my behalf. However, 2 years ago, when I collapsed due to a stomach ulcer, it was the trigger for Regina and Jacob to be severely scolded by Gregory. Jacob and I decided to move out after that incident. We were finally enjoying a peaceful life. But about 6 months ago, my father-in-law Gregory fell ill and passed away. With Gregory no longer present, Carol's bullying resumed. I was anxious about what would happen next, but I had no idea the chaos that awaited me would be beyond anything I could have imagined.
Get the $50,000 ready right now. Have it ready in your account by tomorrow, and we'll withdraw it together tomorrow. Do you understand?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I know you're making money as a web writer or something. You must have at least $50,000 saved up, right?
It's not savings. It's for living expenses. I'm barely getting by each month, so I don't have any savings. Even if I did, why would I have to give it to you?
I heard what you and Mom talked about yesterday. Refusing to help her and speaking badly of her is beyond low. I'll need $40,000 for her surgery and $10,000 as compensation.
Are you stupid? That's your mother, right? Why don't you help her?
Mom took care of you for a long time, didn't she? It's time to return the favor.
I don't remember her taking care of me at all.
Stop lying. You always dumped all the household chores on Mom. You lied about being bullied by her, making her out to be the bad guy, and sucking up to Dad to bully Mom.
I see you believed everything she said. She was forcing me to do things.
Stop making excuses. Quit your whining and pay for the surgery.
You're her son, aren't you? It's about your own mother, so don't just leave it to others.
You don't care if she dies?
I don't have an obligation to help someone who's given me nothing but trouble.
Are you still trying to lie your way out of this? You were the one making Mom's life difficult. Now that Dad's gone, your games are over. I'll make sure you face the consequences for what you've done from now on.
You saw me being harassed, didn't you? Even though I do all the house chores, she'd go around the neighborhood, acting like she's been doing all the work.
I don't care.
She would slap me, put detergent in my food.
That's because of your bad behavior.
She didn't even bother to call the ambulance when I collapsed. Instead, she laughed. How does that make you think I'm the bully?
It's your fault you collapsed, right? Mom did nothing wrong.
If you see someone suffering, it's common sense to help them.
That's just what Dad told you, right? You and Dad are nothing but hypocrites. You're quick to donate to some immigrant, but you won't lift a finger to help Mom, huh?
Why don't you help her? Anyway, I won't pay for it.
Do you know what you're talking about?
Of course I know what I'm talking about.
All right, then. I'll prepare a little consequence for you. Be ready for that. If you don't have the money ready by tomorrow morning, you'll definitely regret it.
What the hell? She's proving to be quite resilient, almost like a cockroach. It's crazy that she's still alive.
I thought it would definitely work out, but I ended up sending her to the hospital. Poor thing. Maybe experiencing Mom's suffering in the hospital will make you realize something.
Oh, Jacob, you're such a good boy. So considerate of his mommy. Don't be silly. Do you know what you two have done?
What do you mean? I just gave you a little shove into the road. That's all. You got run over so perfectly. It was so satisfying to see the woman who bullies Mom get flattened.
You don't even show a hint of remorse. It's unbelievable. How can you be okay with doing something like this? You guys are unbelievable.
I warned you I'd punish you if you didn't come up with the money, remember?
My dear son and I will take turns punishing you each month.
That sounds familiar.
Right. I have a good sense of humor. Your actions are undeniably criminal. Do you really think you two can get away with this?
Don't you talk to me like that. It's your fault for not coming up with the money. We were just punishing you, right?
That's right. It's the whip of our love. You're not reflecting at all, are you? I'll be reporting this to the police. And before you know it, they will be coming to take you away.
Go ahead and do it if you can. You tell on me and I'll divorce you, you idiot.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm already thinking about getting a divorce, so this is perfect.
What? Huh?
Are you surprised? But I've already made up my mind.
Wait a minute. You're divorcing me just because I pushed you?
Getting upset over something like that shows how petty you are. To cause someone this much harm and not realize how serious it is? You probably saw me as too timid to divorce. Even when I got sick with a stomach ulcer before, I only moved out from Carol's place, didn't divorce Jacob. But that was because your dad sincerely apologized. With him around, I could overlook both of your antics. But now that he's gone, and both of you disrespect him like this, it's just wrong. Pushing me into the path of a car? Seriously? It's messed up, and makes me wonder if you're even human. I don't want to be around people like you for another second.
Why are we the ones being blamed here? The one at fault is the person who hit you. We're not responsible for this.
The street was bustling, so it's no surprise I got hit when I was shoved into traffic like that. Besides, the person who hit me sincerely apologized afterward.
Then, let's let bygones be bygones.
Don't end the conversation.
Geez, you're persistent, aren't you? Besides, it's not like the injury was that serious, right? I mean, look, you're able to use your phone just fine. If it were truly a severe injury, you'd be in the ICU, wouldn't you?
I was there until 4 days ago.
What?
Blood was pouring from all over my body, and my head was split open. It took several days before I regained consciousness.
Oh, really?
You never came to visit me even once. I guess you never knew.
But we didn't take your life or anything.
Are you sure about that?
What?
I mean, my heart stopped once during surgery.
Seriously?
They were able to bring me back with chest compressions, but it seems even the doctors were rattled by the incident.
Seriously, but it's a good thing you survived.
That's right. There's no need to get so angry about it. Even if it was just for a moment, you took someone's life. Even though I survived, your actions, pushing me into the road with clear intent to harm, constitute attempted murder.
Stop exaggerating. You don't have to be so dramatic. Exactly. Anyway, you're alive, so stop dwelling on it.
This is something I just can't let go of. It's going to haunt me for the rest of my life.
Oh, for God's sake, shut up. So, if you're out of the ICU, you'll be discharged tomorrow, right?
Huh?
You're already in the clear, but I won't survive without surgery. So tell the doctor to discharge you tomorrow. Even with a severe injury, you can work a bit, right? Hurry up and prepare $80,000 for me.
It's increasing again.
Of course. It's the penalty for not preparing the money by the deadline. For each day you're late, the penalty increases by $10,000.
That's absurd.
If you can't come up with the money, just die. Then we can use the insurance money to pay for the surgery. If working is too much of a hassle, I think that will be easier. If you don't like that, then hurry up and get out of there. You'll just have to live as our slave for the rest of your life. Ha 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 ha. Good luck. Ha 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 ha.
Hey, you guys. Do you even hear what you're saying?
What? What's with that tone? What's wrong with you, all of a sudden?
Oh, man. Seriously? I've had it. I won't hold back anymore.
Huh?
Causing serious harm to someone without a shred of remorse. And then, not only that, but also trying to push someone who's already badly hurt beyond their limits. And now, you want me to die? You're really crossing the line, you evil bunch.
You're calling us evil?
Who else could it be? You keep disrespecting me.
How dare you speak to your husband's mother like that? I've always found you to be disrespectful. Your behavior worsened after the accident when you hit your head.
The accident had nothing to do with it. I've never been able to stand you guys.
Calm down, Regina.
How can I calm down? Anyway, I'm filing the divorce. I'm reporting you guys to the police.
Are you serious?
I sure am.
Then what about the money for the surgery? Don't tell me you can't pay for it.
Of course not. I don't have a single penny to give you.
Stop kidding around. I won't forgive you for this. If you don't come up with the money, Mom will be in trouble.
Shut up. Who the hell do you think you are? Do you know where you stand?
What?
I've had it with a bullying mother-in-law and a mama's boy. Both of you deserve to rot in prison.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. I apologize for bullying you. I'll accept you as part of the family from now on. Come on, Jacob. Apologize too. I apologize too. I'm sorry. So get in a better mood, okay? Prison, the police, it's not that big of a deal. I apologize to you, so that's enough, right? So please, pay for my surgery.
Hell no. Don't think everything is suddenly okay just because you two apologized.
Huh? Huh?
Do you seriously think your actions up until now can be brushed aside with such a shallow apology? You're kidding, right?
What? We're apologizing from our heart.
Do you think a simple apology is enough to resolve such deep-seated issues? It's unacceptable for you not to accept our apology. This is not a half-assed apology. It's really sickening to be forced to bow down to such a bitch. Unbelievable. You really are something else, aren't you? Once I'm discharged, I'm cutting ties with you. Goodbye.
Please, don't do that. I can't have you cutting me off now. I don't have the money to pay for the surgery.
Of course you don't. You're spending almost all the money you earn on investments. Carol lives on a pension, right?
Yeah, so just help me out with the surgery expenses.
I can't afford it.
Even just half of it.
I need to pay my own medical bills. And I'm also busy talking to the police about my injuries.
Don't do that. We're gonna go to jail if you do that.
You deserve it. It's better for you so you can reflect on what you did to me. You can go to hell for that. And just for the record, you'll never get anything from me when I die. I will donate the insurance money to a non-profit organization that helps refugees. Try to be better and don't do anything stupid. After that, I talked to the police about everything that went on. The texts and surveillance footage played a crucial role, leading to the arrest of both individuals for attempted murder. After getting out of the hospital, I wrapped up my divorce with Jacob and made a fresh start far away. Thanks to my job as a freelance content writer, I've been able to work from home. Even after moving, I am taking care of my health while earning a living. Money hasn't been a worry. On the other hand, Carol couldn't afford the surgery and passed away. It seems Jacob, left alone, is feeling down in prison. I can only say that he deserved it. I've cut ties with those two unreasonable people and started a new life. Moving forward, I intend to work at a pace that suits me, prioritizing my own happiness and involving myself in modest charitable endeavors.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.